some more announcements, but we're going to come back to those later. So, first of all, Alan, would you be honored to kind of introduce our GRSP folks?
So we have an all-star table today for GRSP. We've talked plenty of times, and y'all know my history with it. So, but I know we have some stuff that has to happen here to people going. So, Catherine Fields is the director of GRSP, and it's an honor to have her here today. She's also double talented. She is the current president of the Griffin Club. So she's having yeah, but she's still a Rotary president. So she has to do all of this and go all over the place, and she visits clubs all over the state. She's not at the district level; it's the state level, going in and managing all of our students and everything that there is. And I know she has some stuff that she wants to do. We're going to do one of them here at the beginning because Pam actually.
Yes, thank you very much. I just wanted to say thank you for sponsoring the students and for Anna as trustee helping keep you guys informed and for Alan for helping to support and also a lot of times logistics or transportation. I wanted to tell you very quickly, this year's class has 42 scholars, 20 males and 22 females. It's the most balanced class we've had ever. And I say this with favor here, it is very hard to get a young male of this age to give up a year to travel abroad, but the statistics also show that if those men and women, if they will come to the United States and interact with an American family, the probability of success is a little bit higher, and that has been over time. Many students come and travel abroad and stay in the dorm and do not have the benefits that our Rotary scholars have. So that's just something that sets them apart. I was telling Pedro Thursday, I had 3 messages from around the world that said Happy Thanksgiving. It was funny to me. One was from Canada, one was from South Korea, and one was from South Africa. But I had to laugh because they were all 3 boys. From just prior years. And I just told Pedro, I said, maybe the boys just remember that as a food-related holiday. So, I do hear from our students all around. This particular group is sponsored, it represents 24 countries. And new for us this year is Curacao. We have a student who, like you know, he's on a baseball scholarship in South Georgia. And so he has his eye on major league things. The Peachtree City Club sponsors a student who's an athlete who wants to run in the Olympics one day. So you will see him in that. I think they picked him just for the fact that he's a runner. And then in that, also a student from Gabon. So we're just definitely trying to broaden those horizons. They're at 24 different colleges, sponsored by 93 different Rotary clubs. So I am all over the place. I do want to say thank you very quickly for our GRSP Foundation. Many of you know who Paul Harris is, and my job is to make sure you know that Will Watt is who we recognize on the $1,000 level. And when Render comes back from Florida one day, he has been named a Will Watt Fellow, named for contributions of $1,000 in donations to GRSP Foundation, designation honors, GRSP founder William A. Watt Sr., past district governor of Rotary Club of Thomasville. So you will get back to him. This is a Hugh Thomas Fellow, named for a contribution of $2,500 in donations to the GRSP Foundation. This designation honors GRSP past chair Hugh Thomas Jr., a member of the Rotary Club of Savannah, who guided GRSP through 35 years of growth. And this goes to Pamela Boyles. I just wrote the next one. Okay, the next one is Kendall Wessinger. And this Kendall Wessinger Fellow is Alan Bound for advancing world peace and understanding. This designation honors cumulative donations to the GRSP Foundation for $5,000 named in memory of GRSP fellow Kendall Wessinger, a former member of the Rotary Club of Atlanta. And Kendall was actually the person who put the seed money into GRSP. It was the Thomasville founder had the dream, and Kendall was working with international students, went on to sponsor, he and his wife had 8 children and sponsored 3,000 international students. So pretty phenomenal to think about through their years of service. And he was a former vice president for what, if you will remember, Bell South. Before that, whatever it was before that. Anyway, so that is Alabama. until he gave me another check, so I'll be back. Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you for your hospitality, and I was telling them at the table, I said, I'm gonna text a picture of my plate, because I travel the state and don't even get shrimp for lunch, so. I'll be back. Thank you.
I want to introduce Anna Lyle. Anna is our trustee, and so she represents all the clubs in Forsyth County and kind of manages however many students we have. It doesn't have to be one, and at times it's not always one. And what trustees, main job focus is they're a liaison between the club and the student, between the host family and the student, and between the school and the student. Over time, you hope everything runs smoothly, and the trustee's sole purpose and job is to be their Uber driver. But it does happen. Sometimes, you can have roommate problems at the school, or education problems at the school, or families that just don't get along, and then you have to be the one that politically manages that and handles that. So I want to make sure you do, Anna Lyle, she's from the Lanier Club. So our speaker today, do you have something you want to talk about?
I know, I forgot something, so Anna.
Go, Anna.
So one of the misconceptions about GRSP is sometimes people will say it's an exchange program, and it's actually not an exchange program because our students don't go the other direction. With one exception, there is a program in Oslo that allows for 6 weeks as a scholarship for 6 weeks of study at an international school in Oslo. And we are currently in the application period for that. So if you know someone who in the summer of 2024 would be a rising junior or a rising senior
In college.
in college, sorry, not high school, in college, and they would enjoy getting to study with other international students in Oslo. It's a wonderful opportunity. They will be selecting one student from each Georgia Rotary District. And so unlike some scholarship opportunities where you're up against, 1,000 other people, you might be up against 5, 10 other people. When I say you, I mean the person you would be supporting. So if you're interested in that, we have lots more information we can share. The student does need to be single, I believe it's 20 to 24 years old. So there's some rules, but basically if you're your standard college junior or senior, this is a great, rising junior or senior, this is a great opportunity. And we would love to see someone from Forsyth County get to be the one. Oh, yeah.
I'll send Arthur a reminder about it. And then you can send it out to, I'll make myself and do that tonight. And so really, it's such a phenomenal thing that a lot of people don't take advantage of. But it is a full scholarship for summer, and they also, the Rotary, the Norwegian Rotarians also give our students 1 weekend excursion in addition. It's just their gratitude for our long-standing partnership. So,
Like a school.
yeah.
I mean, it covers airfare, it covers tuition, it
Yeah.
covers weekend.
And
It's a great place to visit.
I met someone while I was out at a Rotary Club who came up to me from Gainesville, and I said, I was a recipient in 1977. I was like, how great is that? So,
Yeah. So it's really cool. There's this one group that does say, hey, GRSP does amazing things. We want to do something for them. It's very awesome.
And as you know, last year we were the host club of a Norwegian student, Inger, and that was my second student because I had Renate a couple of years ago. And I tried to convince my son to sign up to go because he was a junior last year. He's a typical bum boy that he wasn't willing to leave his girlfriend for 6 months. No, it was a girlfriend then, fiance now. But
That time must have made the difference.
well, you want 20-year-old guys are thinking about food and women, not about snow mountains. So, but it is, I can tell you, it is a great scholarship program. I had some stuff on the back table. Those are flags of students that I posted in my 28 years. So everything from England to Colombia to Brazil to Norway. And a quick funny story. There's a flag back there from Giovanna, who our club hosted in 2009 from Brazil. And Giovanna's mom was a picture. And so She's been a strong advocate of GRSP since Giovanna, and she's been pushing, many of the Brazilian students to come. And so last year there was, I think, 7 from Brazil. 6 of them knew her. And so this year when I'm sitting in the conclave, she's apparently a rock star in their hometown. So, and it's a beautiful hometown. But this year's a student at UNG, and from Brazil, I was still thunder. He can tell you about his hometown. This is Pedro Cortez.
Hey y'all. Thank you for the amazing lunch. Thank you, Mr. President. So I will present a little bit about me today. You guys can hear me like that without the microphone?
Yeah, that's a
So I am Pedro Fugoli Cardoso. I am 22 years old, and this is me with my family back in Italy when we were traveling. It's my father, his name is Álvaro, he's 60 years old, and as Alan, he's a dentist. And it's my mother, Adriane, she's also a dentist, and she's 56 years old. So I have, a family of dentists. And that's me in Argentina back 2 years ago. So I will talk about, I am the JRSP this year, 23-24. And I'm sponsored by the 5 Rotary Clubs of the Forsyth County. So Forsyth County, South Forsyth, Lanier Breakfast, North Forsyth, and Johns Creek. And I'm attending at University of North Georgia at the Dahlonega campus. It's not that big, but it's a really beautiful campus, and they have interesting classes, and it's really nice. I don't have any major because I'm an international student, so I'm just supposed to choose my classes. And these are the 5 classes that I choose. So global issues, business, French, tennis, and soccer, of course. The teacher of soccer. And this is me. This is myself. It's Denise, my host mom, and Anna, my trustee, at the conclave in Macon at the middle of this year in August. It was a really nice night. And we are partners in crime, I say, me and my sister. And this is some photos of UNG. So I will talk about Brazil now. So Brazil is a really big country. It's the largest country in South America. We have about 200 million inhabitants. And as United States, the federation is composed of states. So we have 26 states and the federal district. It's like Washington, D.C., the federal district. And the capital, yes, it's not Rio de Janeiro or São Paulo, it's Brasilia. It's in the middle of Brazil, and it's a smaller city than the other 2. And Paraná is my state. It is in the south of Brazil. It's like here. And it's the 5th most populous state in Brazil. We have 10.4 million inhabitants, so it's a little bit smaller than Georgia. And it's the 4th richest state in Brazil. And someone has already visited or know the Iguaçu Falls. It's like the huge falls in the world, something like that, and it's astonishing, breathtaking falls. And the capital of Paraná is Curitiba. It's a really nice city. It's cold there. And my city, where I was born and raised, it's Maringá. It is located in the north of my state. It is the 3rd largest city in Paraná. We have 400,000 inhabitants, so it's like a medium-sized city. And it's a really beautiful city. We have a lot of trees. We have a lake in the middle of the city. And it's considered by the Macro ranking the best city to live in Brazil. It was 3 times in a row considered the best city to live in Brazil. So it's like, you can say like it's kind of city apart of Brazil, you know. It's really different than cities in North and Northwest Brazil. It's a really developed city, and I'm so proud to be born and raised there. And this is like, it's a church, it's a Catholic church, it's the cathedral, it's the tallest church in Paraná, so it's a really beautiful city. So I'll talk, I'm a law student back in Brazil, I'm in the last year of law school. And my city in Brazil is called the State University of Maringá. It is founded in 1969, has 5 campuses, and is the second best university in Paraná, considered by the Leiden ranking. It's an European ranking, like really nice. And we have 30,000 students, and it's a fun fact, an interesting fact, it is the university in the Americas and the Southern Hemisphere with the highest number of research done by women. So it's really interesting. And as I'm saying, I'm the last year of law school there, so it's different the law school in Brazil because you go to law school straight from the high school. You don't need to graduate in college as here in America. So I used to work at Martinelli, Advocacia Empresarial. It's the law firm that I used to do my internship there, and it's a really big law firm. There are 26 branches, over 26 cities and 7 states. So it's a huge firm. I'll talk a little bit about my hobbies. I'm not good at it, but I really like to play basketball. This is when we were champions of the law games between the Paraná universities, like a state level championship. And this is me and my friends, like my best friends, when we were learning how to play basketball. I really love to play tennis. My father taught me how to play and teach me how to love the game. And I really love also to watch tennis. I'm a Roger Federer fan. And this is me and my dad at the US Open in 2014. This is me and my best friend when we were learning also. And this is me and my friend. We used to play a lot. And he always beat me. It's kind of sad. And of course, soccer, it's my favorite one, my favorite role. It's like a religion back in Brazil. This is like my soccer team, it is from São Paulo, and it's called Palmeiras. We are like a great team and stuff. So it's me, my dad, and my friend at the stadium. And the photo on the top, it's when I was playing for my club team. We were champions also. And this is like me and my dad at San Siro in Milan, in Italy. It is like a soccer temple there. It's one of the most famous stadiums in the world. And it's like, it was impressive to be there. Next one. I'm learning how to play the piano. I'm not really good at it, but I'm learning. It's really difficult. I've never been like a musician or stuff, but I'm trying like to improve my talent. But it's really difficult. You really have to make an effort to learn. And I really love to travel. It's one of my favorite things in the world. So this is me and my buddies at Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is a really beautiful city in Brazil. It's kind of dangerous, but it has like really beautiful beaches and stuff, and it's sunny all the time, and the vibe is really good. But you have to take care of yourself there. And the photo on the top, I am in Portugal, in Porto. It's a really beautiful city also. And in the bottom, I am in Rome, in Italy, when I traveled there with my family. So, the Rotary Club that is sponsoring me back in my city is the Rotary Club Maringá Leste. And Rotary is really like a big deal in my city. And it's like a huge thing. We have like a lot of influence, and we do a lot of charity programs and stuff. It's really nice. It's really nice to be part of it. So it's me and my parents attending a Rotary meeting. It's at lunch also. I am like doing my presentation at the Rotary that is sponsoring me. So it's like this presentation, but back in my city. And this is like when we were participating of the selection of the JRSP. So it's Jussara, it's Giovanna's mother. She's like the manager of JRSP in my city. And it's me, her assistant, and the other JRSP student from Brazil who is attending UGA. It's Gabriel, his name. We were already friends back there. And Esther, thank you for your time. Thank you for the lunch. Thank you so much, Arthur. Any questions? Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, you're finishing up your law school efforts. What are you going to focus in on? What area of law?
Oh, I still have to decide. Probably like corporate law or international law. One of them. But I still have to decide. I'm not so sure.
You had explained at another meeting how different the law is there.
Yes, it's different. Like here is, I'll explain that because it's difficult to explain. But in Brazil we have like, the states are not that autonomous in Brazil. Here we have like states law, but in Brazil we follow the federal constitution. You know, all the states have the same rules. But I think like the American system is better for big countries because like some law works here that not works in California, for example. So it's good. The American system is better than Brazilian because some laws that like could work in my state don't work up in the North states. You know.
Hi, first of all, you're adorable. I'm old enough to say that. And you've done a lot of great stuff. I mean, you're 20?
I'm 22.
22. You've done more than like people that are 220.
Yeah.
So keep up the good work. It's a good time to travel and, but about your presentation, do you have to pass like a bar to practice over there? Is there a test that you kids to take?
I JRSP test in Brazil.
Yeah.
You see? Yes, kind of. It's not like a bar, it's like a selection. Like,
Oh, wait, she's saying to practice law.
Practice law.
oh, to practice law?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You
Yes.
have like the Brazilian bar.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to pass it.
All right, thank you.
You're right.
Have you been to a United Soccer game
Yes, I've been to the Atlanta United.
yet?
Yes, since I've been here, I did a lot of stuff. I've been to the Georgia Bulldogs game 3 times. And it was a goal both times.
Those United games.
But I went to the Atlanta United game and it was like really nice as a soccer fan because the game was really good. The game was impressive. It was like 4-1 to the Atlanta United and the stadium is also like impressive.
So, coming to the United States, was it what you expected? Was there anything that really surprised you?
Oh,
You can be honest.
yes.
You're among friends.
Try to be honest.
What was the question?
Was it what you expected?
Was that surprising coming to this country?
No, it was what I pretty much expected, to be honest. It's better, to be honest, a little bit better. I was just I guess, like the only bad thing that is like, bad thing I guess for most international students is the public transportation. It's like, you had to depend on cars here. But I already expected there because like, one of my friends was a JRSP student last year. So he pretty much told me everything, like the good and the bad news.
So how do you like North Georgia University?
Oh, I really like it. We have like some interesting classes, and I have a lot of international friends there. That is good. It's not that big as UGA, of course, but like my buddy from Brazil is in UGA, so we always meet there when we want to party or stuff. Yeah, sleep on the ground, no problem. But I really enjoy the University of North Georgia. It's like a beautiful campus, and I can't complain about the dining hall. We have like a big recreation center also, so we might always have something to do, you know.
Your English is very good. Did you take English in school along with Spanish, or have you learned it?
No,
Oh, Portuguese, not Spanish, I'm sorry.
no, it's like, in Brazil, we have like English at schools, like at normal schools, but it's not that good. You don't learn that much. So like we have like private English schools, do you know? Yeah, so I've been studying English like since I was a kid, do you know?
It was very good. Obrigado.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you really seem like you were twitching at your zipper when you were talking about soccer.
You want to show
Yes.
us?
And then you decided not to. So I just thought, it was about to be this, and I know I'm wearing that this morning, and then it's super
You
bad.
can wear that here and not get in trouble.
Yes.
You're safe.
I was like last week, I was at my university at the Dynamo, and then like an American came with a Palmeiras t-shirt. And I was like, yeah, how do you know like my team like from Brazil? Like, yes, I like soccer. Go Palmeiras. Yeah, go. Yes, I have a new friend. Oh my God.
The
Yeah,
two
but
things-
you were on the spot.
Two things I want to point out was when they come in, they have a hard time taking, say, 18 hours of hard stuff because they have so many Rotary, commitments. If he had class right now, he's missing it. Okay, and so he has a number of Rotary commitments he has to go to. So that's why a lot of times, if you know you're only going to be for a year and going back, that you take things like tennis and soccer, try to make it where those are easy things to get rid of. Some students do come here and figure out a way to stay. And yes, for them, they gotta take the normal college courses. The other thing I wanted to say was when we hosted, we had, I think, about 15 students at the Georgia-Kentucky game. This year's group is tight, tighter than most. That they were
Smart groups.
great friends almost instantly. They find out that there's a party going on somewhere. They figure out, they talk about public transportation, they figure out a way to get there. Because it seemed like about every 15 minutes, 4 more international students were showing up at our tailgate. And having a good time. So it was great. I mean, that's exactly what we wanted to happen, but it just, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And this year it was, they were pouring in and literally enjoyed it because that was our whole weekend was set up around that hey, come have a great time. And you know how it is, you have a party and 4 people show up. So it was a lot better when you have a party and everybody came, and wanted to take the extra food, so we didn't have to deal with it. It was like, y'all want to take the food? Oh, no. So yeah, we didn't have to hide it during the game, so.
Yes, Ali took us to the UGA game because it was the other month in October, and like Alan was, yes, I can give like a ride back after the game on Saturday, and then like me and my roommate Edward and the other girl from Sweden who's attending UNG, we are like, no, we're going to stay in Athens.
And they found out that Uber does go between.
We figured out the way to go back on Sunday, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Pedro,
Thank you.